Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 343. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon here, and welcome back to another juicy episode of WWE News and Rumors. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and turn on push notifications to be notified when I upload a brand new video just like this one. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first news story is actually about Samoa Joe. I'm actually wearing his t-shirt right now. So Samoa Joe is still injured, which is horrible. He's still injured still. So basically, I mean, I wouldn't use the word injured, I don't guess, but he's not cleared. So if you don't know, Samoa Joe got a concussion in February, and he has yet to be cleared from it. So that's a long time. I get they're like erring on the side of caution. I get that. Which is a great thing, which is gonna absolutely suck for Joe to just be sitting around. Like, yeah, he's done commentary a little bit. Apparently the reason they haven't made him just a full-time commentator is because they see Joe has greater potential and more things to do as a wrestler. They don't want to just throw him into a full-time commentator role. So hopefully he can get cleared here soon. I guess they're just being extra careful, but I will keep you guys posted if I hear anything else about Samoa Joe's status. Alright, the next news story. The next news story is about Selena Vega. So Selena Vega has, as we all know, been a manager for a while, ever since really she's appeared on a television set for at least as long as I can remember. So Selena Vega, what she was asked in an interview, like, yo, you came into this company as a wrestler, like one of the greatest, like, current female wrestlers in the entire world. You came into the company like that. They put you in this kind of role to kind of build up other people. How do you feel about that? Do you think, like, you're just happy, you know, being a manager, and you don't really want to wrestle anymore? It's just like, no. That is not the plan at all. I am going to be a singles competitor. I'm going to be a singles wrestler in the WWE. It is going to happen. She's going to make sure that it's going to happen. So, singles competitor, singles wrestler in the WWE, Selena Vega. I don't know time frame wise, but I would love to see it happen because we all know she's a really good wrestler, and I would personally prefer to see her in a wrestler role preferred over a manager role. But maybe that's just me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story before we jump into some juicy rumors. This one is actually about travel bans. So there's been some wrestlers unable to, travel to the performance center to be on television and wrestle and fulfill their contracts because they live in different countries. And they cannot get across the border due to, travel bans due to the whole pandemic, I guess, still going on. I don't know. Like I've said in other videos, like where I live is basically non-existent anymore. Like no one is wearing masks or staying at home anymore. So it's just like a mess. Anyway, this travel ban has apparently been, the wrestlers are apparently excluded from this now. The Department of Homeland Security, which is basically who decides this kind of stuff in the United States, they've said the wrestlers can be excluded from it, and if they need to travel to go to work, they can do so now. So some wrestlers that have been missing from WWE television will be back, I guess, this coming week. So there you guys have it. That was actually the only confirmed news stories I had to talk to you guys about today. And now we're going to talk about some unconfirmed news stories, also called rumors. And I'm going to use a catchphrase, which is on a t-shirt, on a juice box, available on the Brandon Hodge merchandise store for those interested. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories. And now we're going to talk about some juicy rumors. All right, the first rumor is about Matt Riddle. So I reported in the last episode, Matt Riddle is actually coming to the main roster up from NXT. Wonderful news. So we have a new star coming up. Where is he going to be? Is a question I kind of asked where you guys think he should be. Most of you actually said SmackDown just because of Brock Lesnar whole thing. And apparently that's actually the plan. So Matt Riddle is going to be going to SmackDown. I guess they don't want him anywhere near Lesnar, even though they don't know if Lesnar's coming back. But I guess just in case Lesnar comes back, they don't want them on the same brand, even though they're going to be backstage together doing pay-per-views, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But apparently Matt Riddle is going to be on SmackDown when he gets called up. All right, the next rumor is about the XFL. So we all know how that went for Vince this time around. So XFL failed a while ago, then Vince decided to try it this past year again. It failed again due to the pandemic kind of shutting everything down and made it go out of business because they were struggling from the beginning. And Vince McMahon has officially called off his attempts for the XFL. He said the XFL will go for sale to bidders, whoever wants to buy it, and I'll be out of my hands. I'm not going to bid on it or anything. So XFL is officially out of Vince's hands, and we don't have to worry about that affecting the WWE product anymore. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about AJ Styles. So we should know by now. AJ Styles has been traded to SmackDown. Why was he traded to SmackDown is the question I'll be answering right here. The reason rumored reason that he has been traded to SmackDown is they had a lot of plans for AJ on SmackDown, and due to the rule they made up themselves that they could change at any time that they didn't want to break, they cannot have a star, cross brands more than 4 times in a given period. And apparently they were going to have AJ do that. So they're like, we're just going to have to trade him if we're going to use him on SmackDown that much. So apparently that is the reason AJ Styles was just randomly drafted from Raw to SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, and the next news story is about Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is obviously out right now. She's not in the office right now. She's not in the ring wrestling right now. So Becky Lynch is pregnant. For those that don't know, she's pregnant with Seth Rollins. They're having a baby. That's wonderful or whatever. And I personally don't like to get into the wrestlers' personal lives, because personal lives is where I kind of draw the line for the rumors and news kind of thing. I'm not getting into that, because that is just their business. It has nothing to do with affecting the sport. But sometimes, personal decisions do affect the sport, like when someone gets pregnant and has to leave for a little while. So when wrestlers get pregnant, there's always that question is, are they coming back, or are they just going to be like, I had a wonderful career, I'm just going to hang it up here, I'm going to move on to a new chapter of my life? Well, Becky Lynch was kind of asked that question by ESPN, and her response was, no, I'm not leaving WWE, I'm not hanging up my boots, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm going to go have this kid because it's dangerous to wrestle with being pregnant, so I'm not doing that. And I hopefully will be able to get the championship just like I was the champion again. So, yeah, Becky is gonna wrestle me. She used examples like Lacey Evans and Mickie James and other women's wrestlers who have kids and are still able to wrestle. So Becky Lynch will be back. It's going to be a while. It's at least a year. So Becky will be back. Just don't know the exact date. No one does right now. It's just going to wait and see situation. So let's just wait and see. All right, the next rumor is about Rey Mysterio. So the shocker that just kind of came out of nowhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to do it for Raw. But next week, guys, tune into Raw because Rey Mysterio is retiring, and he's having a retirement ceremony. Everyone's like, what? You guys never do a legitimate retirement like this. This has to be a BS kind of thing. It is a BS kind of thing, by the way. Rey is not retiring. And then they announced it's being hosted by Seth Rollins. And we're like, oh! Which I feel like they kind of ruined a lot of possibilities they could have done. They could have just been like, Rey Mysterio next week will be here. Shockingly, he's back from the injury. He's not medically cleared, but he is here to make a career-changing announcement. That would have drawn me in and be like, oh, crap, what is Rey what is going on? Instead of just coming out and being like, hey, Rey Mysterio's having a retirement ceremony next week. Like, what? But like they could have done that and have Rey come out and kind of just do his whole sad thing, and then Seth Rollins comes out, interrupts it, destroys everything, and it's just like a wonderful thing. But I guess they didn't want to do it that way. They just kind of wanted to take the excitement out of everything. So I guess let's take the excitement out more and say Rey's not actually retiring and Seth Rollins is hosting it, and it's just a freaking storyline thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the final news story, the final rumor. The final thing I'll be talking about inside of this video is about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I don't know why sometimes I just love to say his full name. Apparently, Vince McMahon is highly pissed off right now. Shocker. So why is Vince pissed off?
Okay. You have said my name way too many times in this video. I'm getting freaking sick of it, man. I'm pissed off. You wanna know why I'm pissed off?
Can I just explain to the people why you're pissed off so I can do my show? Like, this isn't your show.
I own everything. Do you understand that? You signed this over to me.
I didn't sign it.
Yes, you did. When you were asleep. Your hand moved. Signed a piece of paper that I was holding.
That you were holding.
Yeah, I was holding it.
I'm getting freaking sick of this. Okay, I'll pay whatever your freaking fee is. Just let me do my show.
Yeah, you'll pay me.
Yeah. I'll pay you. Okay, sorry about that. So apparently Vince McMahon, he is pissed off, and I don't want to fact check this with him because he is just a mess to deal with. Sometimes you're gonna pay him. So he's just like the freaking mafia or something. He just rules everything and just comes in and screws everything up. So Vince McMahon is apparently pissed because things keep getting leaked to dirt sheets, and it's all over the internet, kind of like this show. Things just kind of get leaked out from internal sources in the WWE, and it kind of makes its rounds around the internet, and this is one of the stops for the things that get leaked. So Vince apparently is doing an internal investigation of this entire thing and trying to figure out who's leaking the stuff, and he's going to put a stop to it. So maybe that means the news shows that I'm doing aren't going to be as action-packed here soon if Vince tries to stop them or whatever. But the rumor is Vince is just highly pissed off. He doesn't know who's leaking this. He doesn't know who leaked the stuff about them having a crowd that I reported this past Monday. about them actually having a crowd on Monday Night Raw before it was actually announced or happened. He doesn't know who's leaking this, but he's going to get to the bottom of it if it's the last thing he does, I guess.
That's right, you leakers out there. I will find you. If it's the last thing I do, I will find you, and I will fire you.
So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on push notifications. That is absolutely free. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.